Now we're going to do the chords. This might be the last week I have you do it, but I want you to always do this every day when you practice, where you play each of the chords really slowly, okay? And you really listen. Okay, let's see. Paige, you're not muted.
I'm not?
No. There you go. Now you are. Okay, so we're going to go one at a time, and I want everyone to listen to how slowly I'm going to play right now. This is how I want you to play. C and then F, and I don't want you to play any faster than me. The goal is for it to sound like a harp. You want every single note to ring, okay? All right, Trey, you go first. Top left. Okay, great. Now I want you to try to get those to ring more, okay, when you play them. All right, great. Lori? Do that one again.
Oops.
At home, do that one a few times. Okay, great. And when you do it at home, if you get those sounds, I want you to stop yourself and really get it really good, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. And the key to that, what's happening if you get this sound? What does it mean?
I'm touching a string.
Exactly. You're touching the string with this finger up here, and you got to make sure. Remember, we always want to play with the clawed fingers, okay? It's got to be like this, never like that. Okay, great.
It's my broken fingers that I work on.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, yeah. Okay, Carolyn.
All right.
Very nice, very nice. Gabe?
Sorry.
There you go. Great. Super. Now, Gabe, I want you, even though you're playing a kind of a small uke, so it's real easy to just kind of keep yourself in like this, but I want you to get that elbow out, okay? Remember, you want the back of your hand to touch this tuner, okay?
Yeah, it's there.
Okay, good. All right.
I don't think you see that, right?
Right.
Because I don't use my thumb a lot. My thumb just sort of moves, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Here, let me to.
No, it's okay. I know what you're saying.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, yeah, because yeah, she that's my resting.
Okay. Okay. All right. Great. Paige? Great, and really good hand position. Really good. Yeah. Okay, Ron. Hey, Ron, can you tilt your screen down just a hair? Thanks.
Whoosh.
There you go. Very nice. And very nice ring. That was really good. Okay, Karma.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, Karma, before you go on, I want this touching this, and I can see you guys if it's touching or not. So you should feel that on the back of your hand, okay? There you go.
Okay.
And what that does is it just forces that elbow up. Okay, great. Yeah. Excellent. Very good. You want to resolve, don't you? Okay, very good. All right, Paige, you suddenly got really dark. Is there a light that can be turned on behind you or not?
Our power just went out.
Oh, all right. Well, we're lucky you're still here. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Are you having a big storm?
No, I have no idea what's going on.
Okay. The power went out right at the end of one of my
Yeah.
classes last week here too. So, all right. So
And we're not even in Kosovo, Shrop.
I know, or Bangladesh. All right. So, I want you every day when you practice to do this first. Okay. And every new chord that we get, I'm going to have you do it with every new chord too. This is where you really are listening. Oops, that didn't sound very good. That sounds better. You see what I'm saying? You want to get the beautiful sound out of every one of your strings when you're playing these chords. And I want you to get these really good so we can go on to the others. All right, now the hammering. Let's do our hammering, okay? So we're going to hammer the F. Hammer the F. Everybody do it together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down, 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 down. Okay, let's see. Gabe, show me yours. We're doing the F chord. So it should be these two fingers. Were you doing G7? Okay, all right, let's do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hammer, hammer, hammer. Don't go fast. Hammer, 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 hammer. Great. Okay, now let's do the G7. Okay, here we go. Gabe, try to get that elbow up if you can, but I know you might not be able to. All right, so here we go. G7, hammer, 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 hammer. And I have to say, you guys are doing great with your hand position. Really, really good. Okay, so now we're going to do the super important part of the homework, which is the one strum. Okay, so we're going to do C to F. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, and what are we trying to do on this? Not look at our fingers. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. C, F, C, F, C, F, C. Karma, you look bored. F, and I can see it now because I have a big screen. C, F, C, F. Oh man, you guys, that was fantastic. You're my first class to be able to do this without looking at all at your fingers. Good job. Okay, now we're going to do C to G7. Here we go. C to G7. 1, 2, 3, 4. C, G7, C, G7, C, G7, C, G7, C. Excellent. Oh, I'm so proud of you all. Paige, don't look. Okay, so now we're going to do C, F, G7, C. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. C, F, G7, C. Don't look. C, F, G7, C. Okay, okay, great. Now, obviously, if you hear yourself make a mistake, that's when you look, but otherwise don't, all right? So I want you to just make sure you do this every single day, all right? Hoping that you practice 20 minutes a day, but if you have a day that you can only practice for 5 minutes, this is what you practice, okay? This is the most important thing that we're doing right now is being able to play your chords without looking. And these are the 3 chords you're gonna play more than any other chords. So you wanna really know these ones. Okay, so now let's do chord exercise number 1. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. C, C, C. Hit. Is that a good speed or is that too fast? Is that okay? C, C, C. Hit. Say it. C, C. Hit. G7, G7, G7. Hit. G7, G7, G7. Hit. G7, G7, G7. Hit. G7, G7. This is how we're doing this chord exercise, right? We're not doing it in a different way, right? Is this how we're practicing it? Or were you doing it with a different strum pattern?
I was doing it with the different, I was doing the 1-1 up, but I guess totally forgot that we had the 1-1-3 hit, so.
Okay, so in this class,
I'm gonna write
Monday-
that.
yeah, in the Monday night class, were we doing it down, down, up, down, down, up, or are we still, yes or no? Everyone's doing this and this. So were we doing it down, 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 hit, down, 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 hit? Okay, all right, so that's how,
Oh, okay.
and I'm sorry about that. Okay, so here we go. And then we're gonna do the other one in a minute, Gabe, okay? So here we go.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, 1, 2, be sure and mute yourself, Gabe. 1, 2, 3. Oh, let's start on the second line because this first part is so boring. 1, 2, 3, 4. F, F, F. Hit. F, F, F. Hit. F, F, F. Hit. F, F, F. Say the name of the chord. G7, G7, G7. Hit. G7, G7, G7. Hit. G7, G7, G7. Hit. G7, G7, G7. Hit. C, C, C. Hit. C, C, C. Hit. C, C, C. Hit. C, C, C. Hit. F, F, F. Hit. F, F, F. Hit. F, F, F. Hit. F, F, F. Hit. G7, G7, G7. Hit. G7, G7, G7. Hit. G7, G7, G7. Hit. G7, G7, G7. Hit. F, F, F. Hit. F, F, F. Hit. F, F, F. Hit. F, F, F. Hit. C, C, C. Hit. C, C, C. Hit. G7, G7, G7. Hit. G7, G7, G7. Hit. C, C, C. Hit. C, C, C. Hit. F, F, F. Hit. F, F, F. Hit, come on, Trey. F, F, F. Hit. G7, G7, G7. Hit. G7, G7, G7. Hit. C, C, C. Hit. C, C, C. Hit. C, C, C. Come on, Gabe. Hit. C, C, C. Hit. F, F, F. Hit. F, F, F. Hit. C, C, C. Hit. C, C, C. Hit. G7, G7, G7. Hit. G7, G7, G7. Hit. C, C, C. Hit. G7, G7, G7. Hit. F, F, F. Hit. C, C. Be sure to move on the hit. At the same time that you hit is when you want to do the move. Hit. F, F, F. Hit. G7, G7, G7. Hit. C, C, C. And then we're going to repeat that last line. G7, G7, G7. Hit. F, F, F. Hit. C, C, C. Hit. C, C, C. Hit. F, F, F. Hit. G7, G7, G7. Hit. C, C, C. All right. So, Trey, let's hear you play the last 3 lines. Nah, just the last 2 lines for me.
C, 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 hit. C, 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 hit. F, F, F. Oops, sorry. F, 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 hit. F, 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 hit. C, 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 hit. C, 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 hit. G7, 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 hit. G7, 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 hit. C, 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 hit. G7, 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 hit. F, 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 hit. C, 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 hit. C, 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 hit. F, 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 hit. G7, 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 hit. C, C, C. Repeat.
Okay. No, that's okay. Now, what I want you to do though is watch your hand position, okay? Your thumb is way up and that's hurting you when you're playing, okay? Remember, having your thumb up just cuts off your fingers and how far you can play. So
I have a big thumb.
you have a big thumb, but I really want you to have your thumb pointing that way, okay?
Yeah.
All right. And what you can do is just get a piece of masking tape or some other kind of tape. Find your place that's good for you and mark it with tape. Okay. And then that's where I want you to do that. Okay, Lori, let's have you play the last 2 lines for me.
C, 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 hit. C, 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 hit. F, 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 hit. F, 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 hit. C, 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 hit. C, 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 hit. G7, 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 hit. G7, 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 hit. C, 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 hit. G7, whoops. G7, 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 hit. F, 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 hit. C, 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 G7, 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 hit, C, 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 hit.
Okay, great. Very good. Carolyn.
Okay. C, 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 hit. C, 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 hit. Oh my gosh, I can do this by myself. F, 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 hit. F, F, F. C, 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 hit. C, 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 hit. G7, 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 hit. G7, 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 hit. C, 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 hit. G7, 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 hit. F, 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 hit. C, 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 hit. C, 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 hit. F, 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 hit. G7, G7, 7, hit. C, 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 hit.
Awesome. Very good. Gabe, I'm going to have you wait and play for me. Okay. You and Ron, I'm going to have you guys wait. So Paige, play for me.
We're doing the last two lines and no repeat.
That's right.
Okay. C, 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 hit. C, 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 hit. F, 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 hit. F, 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 hit. C, 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 hit. C, 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 hit. G7, 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 hit. G7, 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 hit. C, 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 hit. G7, 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 hit. F, 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 hit. C, 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 hit. C, 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 hit. F, 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 hit. G7, 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 hit. C, 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 hit.
Excellent. Excellent. Really, really good. Okay. Karma.
Okay.
I say to Paige, good job. And she looks at me like, really? But yeah, it was a good job. Okay. Karma.
All right. C, 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 hit. C, 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 hit. F, 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 hit. F, F, F.
Okay. Karma, let's have you stop for a minute. Okay. I want you to really get this hand position right. Okay. So let's do this. And anybody that maybe isn't quite doing the hand position right, let's just do this. Okay. Left hand, put it there. Okay. Put your fingers that way. Now lower your thumb and have it facing the, yep, there you go. And now reposition with all that extra room and have your hand touching that tuner right there. Yeah. Okay. Can you feel how much more room you have? Karma? Okay.
It
All right.
feels less secure. That's the only thing. Like when the thumb's there, it's helping hold it, you know? So I get it. It'll feel more secure as time goes on.
Yeah, because that's not, you don't want your thumb holding your uke for sure. All right. Now, one thing that you might not be doing is you want your arm to kind of hold your uke, this arm right here. And some people don't really do that as well. You want this arm to kind of go like that so that you could hold your uke just one arm without anything going on like that, and even play a little bit like that. And then this arm, all it should be doing is just that right there should be touching. And these fingers and your thumb should have a clamp, and that clamp should be helping you. I don't know if you can see what I'm talking about. You see what I mean? That's what you want to have holding your uke on this side. And that's actually more than this. So I don't know, does that make sense at all?
Mhm.
Okay, so let's do that again.
Okay, here we go. C, 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 hit. C, 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 hit. F, 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 hit. F, 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 hit. C, 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 hit. C, 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 hit. G7, 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 hit. G7, 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 hit. C, 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 hit. G7, 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 hit F, 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 hit C, 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 hit C, 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 hit F, 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 hit G7, 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 hit C, C, C.
Okay, Karma, I want you, when you're playing C, I want these two fingers up. Remember, it's like flipping people off in the UK. All right, up here. What you're
Like
doing,
that?
you've got your fingers down here, and then you've got
Yeah.
to go up, and you're doing the same thing with G7. So I want
Okay.
you, the fingers stay up here, and that's part of that whole thumb thing. That's part of that thumb being down. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Fingers
Like
up.
that?
You want all your fingers up here and having lots of room up here. You understand what I mean about that?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So now
Okay.
we are going to do a new strum pattern. Okay. So remember we did the one before that was down, down, down hit that you just finished doing. Now we're going to do a different one. And this is actually one of the most used strum patterns in the world. So the rhythm, I think everybody here reads music, is la, 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 because this gets 2 beats, 1 beat and 1 beat. Okay. So I want everybody to just say with me, la. Okay. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. La, 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 la. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to add this to it. And that means down, down, and that weird looking thing is supposed to be a lowercase u. All right, so it's now we're going to go down, down, up, down, down, up. So say that with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. Okay, so now let's play this. So playing this, we're going to go, just play it on a C chord. Okay, so we're going to go down, down, up, 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 down, down. Okay, I want everyone to play that for me. Okay, Trey, play that for me on a C chord. Karma, look at her hands. You see how she's got her fingers up like that? That's how I want it, okay? Except her thumb is showing, which it shouldn't, but good job, Trey. Okay, Lori. Great, and perfect hand position. Beautiful, perfect. Oops, sorry, wrong camera, perfect. Okay, Carolyn.
Okay.
Carolyn, can you lower your camera just a hair? If you can't, don't worry about it. Just if you can. If it's too hard, it's so totally okay. Great.
Okay.
Yeah. Great. And Gabe, I'll have you do this just as a little review for you. Good job, Carolyn. So Gabe, do that for me too.
Sure. I got a question for you. That's a long time ago, I was taught that when you have a quarter note and a whole note, it was a strum down and up, and then quarter notes were the 1 strokes down. Am I incorrect on that?
Are you talking about for this specific Strum pattern?
Yeah, with the whole notes and half notes, I was always taught that the strum down up, because the up was the sort of choir, so it was like a one and then your quarter notes was a one, one, one,
You know,
one, and
sometimes they
one.
might have been teaching you like a specific strum that did that, but it won't always be like that. So don't think of it like that, because you're going to do ups as whole notes. You're going to do all kinds of different things. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it
Okay.
probably was a specific
Perfect.
thing. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, so we got our.
And I really want you to try not to do this, Gabe, even though I know you've got some pain. This is so much better for you.
Yep.
Got it. Perfect. Okay, great. Paige? Okay, start over again for me, Paige, okay? And I want you to say down and up for me while you're doing it, okay?
Is it down, down, up, down, 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 up?
It's just down, down, up. That's all. That's all. You're adding some extra stuff to it.
I'm adding to, okay. Down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down. I got it now?
That's it.
Was
Exactly.
I doing it?
Yeah, you got it. You got it. Very good.
Okay.
Okay, Ron.
Down, up, down, down, up, down.
Perfect. You got it. Great hand position. Really good. Really good. Karma.
How's that?
Perfect. That's beautiful. See how much room you have when you do that? So you can play all kinds of stuff. Can you feel that?
Yes.
How it would give you more room? You really got it. It's like really perfect. Okay.
Okay. Down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down.
Very good. Very good. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do exercise number 1. Okay. But we're going to use this strum pattern instead of the other one. So everybody look at exercise number 1. And so at the very beginning, you have C slash slash slash. So you're going to go down, down, up, down. You get it 4 times. All right. But instead of saying down, down, up, I want you to say C, down, up, C, down, up, C, down, up, C. And then you're going to switch to the G7, G7, down, up, G7. Okay. So here we go. Let's try this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and C, down, up, C, down, up, C, down, up, C, down, up, G7, down, up, G7, down, up, G7, down, up, G7, down, up, F, down, up, F, down, up, F, down, up, F, down, up, G7. Now notice it's a lot more fun now, right? A lot more interesting. But the trick is you don't have that hit to move on anymore. You got to be able to just move, right? And this is where all of this comes in, because if you've been practicing going back and forth between your chords, then it makes it a lot easier when you're doing the strum pattern. So now let's go down to the 4th line from the end. Okay, got that C, 4th line from the end. Okay, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and C, down, up, C, down, up, G7, down, up, G7, down, change, C, down, Okay, so you got it. I think I'm going too fast. I'm sorry. My adrenaline's running a little bit too much. So now, Gabe, I want you to play. How are you doing on this thing? Can you play the last 2 lines with that strum for us? You've only had it for a couple of days, so
Oh, the last 2 lines?
Yeah.
The C, okay, so I could try.
okay. Gabe and Ron
I,
had this for homework, but they only had it for an extra day. So let's just see how you
Yeah.
do there.
All right. So I'm doing the last 2 lines,
But
correct?
before
7
you
and 8?
start, I want you to change your hand position.
There you go. C, down, up, C, down, up, F, down, up, F. And of course, I'm
Okay, keep going.
in G7, up, down, G7, up.
It's okay,
I have
start-
trouble. I have trouble saying. So
I know it's hard to say it, especially the G7. Let's have you just skip
Yeah.
the last line and let's have you go slower. Last
Okay.
line, slower. And I want you to go like this. Down, down, up, down, down, up.
down, down, up, 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 down, down,
Okay, so
down,
Gabe, I want you to practice this from the beginning with the sang, okay? Because it's going to be like singing with the music, all right? But you did good. You did really good for 1 day of practice. Okay?
I stutter, eh? I stutter, so sometimes it's very hard for me to. Anyway, never mind.
Just practice it. And if you find you're having a bad day on class day, say, I'd rather not do the words today. Okay? It's totally cool. All right, Ron, let's see how you can do. Last 2 lines. Throw in a little Led Zeppelin soloing if you don't mind.
Okay. C, down, up, C, down, up, F, down, up, F, down, up, C, down, up, C, down, G7, down, up, G7, down, up, C, down, up, G7, down, up, F, down, up, C, down, up, C, down, up, F, down, up, G7, down, up, C.
Wow, that was great, Ron. Now, one thing though that I want you to do, I want you to remember you need to strum up here, okay? Your uke will sound like
where was
a totally better instrument strumming up here than strumming down here. Here, you're like limiting the tone. Up here is where you want to strum, okay? Guitar is totally different. Guitar, you strum down here, but uke up there. Okay, very nice. Okay, so I want everyone to do that for homework. So now let's go to our song. Let's do it all together once. One, 2, 3, 4. C, 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 C. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. All right, now I already know that Paige and Trey can play this song. Gabe and Ron both played for me Saturday. So in the interest of time, we're just going to have Lori, Carolyn, and Karma play it for us. Okay, so Lori, you start off. Boy, you look overjoyed by that.
I do fine on my own. It's playing it front of you guys, I don't do well, but
Don't worry,
whatever.
everyone's exactly the same.
Okay, here we go. And F, I still have a hard time with.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, but, all right. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy. See, F I can't do.
Yes, that finger.
Happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much
Hey, Lori,
I
stop for just a
love you.
Lori,
But
stop for just a minute.
Yeah.
Let's just go
Yeah.
through this one time with you, because sometimes it's just a matter of, and I know you've got a bad finger, but let's just see if we can get it positioned so it works better for you. So let's put it right
Okay.
there in your hand, right there like that. Okay.
okay,
Put your fingers over. Okay. Now put your thumb down and then lift this up so that it's hitting. Okay. And now I want you to see if you can like get your fingers up here where there's lots and lots of room for them. Not kind of like that, but like way up there. Does that help at all? I don't know if it will help at all.
yeah, I can, yeah, it isn't that I couldn't, it's that these two fingers just don't bend right yet,
Right.
but I'm working on it.
Yeah, just keep working on it because you're actually doing great. You're changing chords in the right place. So just keep working on it. I was just hoping that this might help.
I'm sorry people have to hear me sing, but whatever.
Everyone is sorry that everyone has to hear them sing, so don't ever feel bad about that. Okay. But I do want you to play around with this and see if you can get your hand to where your fingers are even over that and coming down, if that would help. Just kind of play around. See if you can find a position that would work better for you. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, great. All right, Carolyn, let's hear you.
Okay. So do it five? Five?
5 times, yeah.
Okay.
And it should hit C chord there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Huh?
C chord. It's a C chord to start.
Oh. Got it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hit. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away.
Okay, how
Well.
dare you try to make this more musical?
What?
How dare you try
Musical.
to make it sound better? All right, so you have to
Oh,
be careful because no, I'm teasing you because like you did like a really cool little pause there in it, and then you like stopped yourself and went straight on to do it. At least I thought it was intentional because it sounded really good. So I don't know.
it was not.
Oh, okay. Well, then bad, Carolyn.
Sorry.
No, totally okay. Now, I do want you
It
to
was
be,
me losing track of lines.
okay. Be careful about this hand position, okay? And the reason that I'm on everybody about this is because if you can get your hand position right now, you won't have this problem later. And if you don't, you're going to have this problem later. Try real hard not to let your thumb get up there, okay? And have a little bit more, a little bit more reach. See, my knuckles are way over here over the top string. That's how far over you can get if you get that thumb down. Like that.
Even for the F. It's really the F that's the only, I can keep my thumb down for everything but the F.
The F is hard. I admit it, but you can do it. It's just a matter of learning how to do it. And you don't want to get to where you play all your other chords like this, except for then F, and then you go back like that. You don't want to get in that habit. Okay.
Okay.
You can do
Okay.
it. All right.
Okay.
And it is 5 hits. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. You are my, because you are my starts on the second beat of the measure. That's why.
Okay.
So the intro is a whole measure before plus the first beat of the measure you sing on. If that makes sense. Probably doesn't make sense. Anyway, okay. All right, Karma. Take us home. No pressure, but if you do a good job, we're
Right.
done. And if not, we're going to be here another hour or so.
Okay, here we go. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away.
All right, very nice. And good job catching yourself with your fingers, fixing that. That was really good. Okay. Now, the only thing I want to add to this is when you get to the end of the song, sunshine away. Look at your music where it says way. You have a C and then you have 4 lines and a hit. And that's exactly like the intro. So it's away, 2, 3, 4, 5. You are my sun. Okay, so let's all do that together one time and then we'll quit. Here we go. 1, 2. We're going to start on away. 1, 2, 3. Away. You are my sun. This time we'll count. Do it one more time. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You are my sun. So do you see how it's just like the intro? Okay. So I want you to practice it this week with the repeat. Get that new strum pattern down. Keep doing those changes. Of course, I'm going to put all this homework in your thing. And then next week we will do a new song. Okay. You guys are awesome. This is super fun. I'll see y'all next week. Good job, everybody. Take care.